come out.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about a program who's been there, who understands it. Marcus Freeman, has had a couple of close years where he's trying to get over that hump. This may be the year that they get a chance to do it. They go in and get a signature win for them on the road. And again, we go and play them. So hopefully they're still up there where we need them to be, and we play them, and we can get that game, because every game for us now is really, is going to be a showcase, what we go out there and do. So to give ourselves an opportunity, every game is going to have to be our best. But, yeah, Notre Dame looked good getting it done.
Something that really stood out to me, I didn't notice it until they mentioned it on the TV broadcast. Notre Dame plays only 2 more true road games on the season. So a real chance there for Marcus Freeman's group to have a strong regular season. And a 12-team playoff, you feel really good about what Notre Dame can do if they're healthy. Last one, bar none, we'll start with you on this. I think USC-LSU was a good game last night. That was different. 2 teams that defense has improved a lot, but I thought 2 new quarterbacks as well. USC under Lincoln Riley got the job done there. Similar to the Notre Dame game in Texas A&M, a late fourth quarter win there for the Trojans.
Yeah, I think, Kelly lost his mind again, but, he's had some tough first games, the last few years coming out. But what he's been able to do is get that team to where they go back and they finish off the season really well. So it's going to be interesting to see how LSU comes back off of this one. But, that was just a game that, when it boiled down to it, that's what I've always said about it. How can you win the fourth quarter? Who wins the fourth quarter? And when you figure that out, you figure out who's going to be the best teams in the for the season.
It didn't look like the way the second half started, though. LSU was starting to run the football well and got the lead. And usually if you start pounding away and getting big chunks, that's the team that's going to win. So credit to USC, and LSU looked maybe a little bit better defensively than what they were last year, but in the end, the pass defense failed them, and you got to credit USC for getting that win.
Got the job done in Vegas. Just a quick note, I thought UGA beating Clemson 34-3 second half. They put it on them, 28 points there for the Dogs, and Dabo Swinney looking for answers. All right, I think that's it for me, Tom, here for this week. Next week, we'll have live updates. Texas goes to Michigan, Tennessee, NC State and Charlotte, and then Colorado goes to Nebraska. That should be a lot of fun for us next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Ari and Masudi. Hey, Seminole football is brought to you in part by Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. All right, one of the stars and bright spots offensively, Lawrence Toafili, last week and throughout his Seminole career. And we'll hear from... where's he from, William?
St. Petersburg, Florida.
St. Pete in the house on the stage. St. Pete on the house. We'll hear from her in the house when Lawrence Toafili joins us with Jack Cavavit right after this. Stay with us. Our coverage of Florida State football rolls on momentarily here on the Truist Tailgate Show.
Hey, Seminole fans, can't make it to the game? No worries. Head to the ultimate FSU watch party at American Social Bar and Kitchen. Get ready for an epic vibe, mouth-watering food, and unbeatable drink specials. Every game is on the big screens all season long. Whether you're in Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Tampa, or Orlando, it's the best place to cheer on the Noles outside of Doak Campbell Stadium. American Social, the only spot for official FSU watch parties. See you there. Check us out at AmericanSocialBar.com.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship-trained and board-certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
What makes that famous call?
Dinner's ready!
Even better? It's cooking a great meal with natural gas, enjoying faster cooking times and precise temperature control. And now getting a valuable cash rebate up to $300 when you install an energy-efficient natural gas range or cooktop.
Anyone want seconds?
When you show your home love with natural gas, it loves you right back. To learn more and how to qualify, visit peoplesgas.com/rebates.
The kickoff to savings event is here at AgPro. Through September 30th, we're offering 0 down and 0% for 84 months on John Deere compact tractors. Get a 1025R tractor with loader for just $279.99 per month, or a 3025E tractor with loader for only $349.99 per month. Visit your local AgPro store today. Offer ends September 30th. Limited time offer. Some exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
This is the Truist Tailgate Show on the Seminole Sports Network from Legends. No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That is why the professionals at Barronelle Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those that matter to you most, Barronelle will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at barronelleac.com.
All this football action making you hungry? Wawa has you covered. Wawa Catering makes it easy to get hoagies, snacks, drinks, and more. Order ahead at wawacatering.com. Choose pickup or delivery. It'll be ready in time for game day. Or block hunger right now with the Wawa app. Order your favorites on the app and get them however you want. Pick up, curbside, or delivery. Download the Wawa app today. Wawa is a proud partner of the Florida State Seminoles.
Introducing the official vodka of Florida State Athletics, SV Vodka. Crafted for a smooth taste, SV Vodka is 100% vegan, perfect for those who value purity in every sip. Experience the unique blend of tradition and innovation with SV Vodka. Meticulously crafted to meet the highest standards of quality and taste makes SV Vodka perfect for both casual drinkers and cocktail connoisseurs. SV Vodka, the official vodka of Florida State Athletics.
For generations, hard-working people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that has made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2023 calendar year total sales.
Tom Block, William Barnum, Floyd with you. This is the Truist Tailgate Show and the Ford Fan Fest. It is hot out here as we are getting set for the season opener, home opener that is, with BC in town. And one of the offensive stars in Dublin against Georgia Tech, and really he's been a star his entire career at Florida State. That is Lawrence Toafili. He is our Follett Player Interview of the Week. So once again, here's Jack Kabovit. Jack?
All right, Tom, thank you so much. Sitting here with LT. LT, appreciate your time. And I want to start just with your first touch of the game last week, taking the rock 28 yards to the house. Take me through that play.
I mean, the lineman, well, first off, we checked the play, you know what I mean? DJ seen a look, and he checked the play, and we perfectly executed it, and I finished it off with a nice run.
Yeah, and
it was a good play.
You talk about just you in general as such a dynamic player in your career, not only running the ball, but catching passes out of the backfield. Take me through what that added responsibility is, also being a pass catcher.
I mean, I feel like it's part of my skill set. It's one of my strengths, catching the ball, so I'm really just trying to be able to create that mismatch, you know what I mean, and be able to take advantage of those situations.
Yeah. And so I look at this running back room, and something that Coach Norvell has always done is utilize a lot of his backs that he has. And you see just on that first drive alone, 4 different guys touching the ball. Take me through this running back room and how you guys can all complement one another.
I mean, we're a very versatile group, and we all, play for each other as well. So, like, if we're in blocking for each other, we're going to make sure we make that block. And I feel like that's a big part of it, and us being versatile, them different skill sets, it's different looks coming at you and from different ways. So I feel like it's kind of hard to stop.
No doubt about that. And for you, LT, as a senior leader on this team, not just even for the running back room, but this team as a whole, what's kind of been your message this week in terms of response leading into Monday night?
I mean, just focusing on all the details. Be where your feet are. I mean, just be locked into whatever the situation is, and basically just taking advantage of your opportunity, honestly.
Yeah. We talk about Monday night, back at home, in Doak, at night, sold-out crowd. How do you feel just being back in Tally and playing in front of the Noles?
Super excited to be back in Doak, you know what I mean? I'm fired up about it. I can't even lie. Words can't even explain it. I can't wait to see Osceola Renegade coming out the tunnel and stabbing that spear in the field, and I'm ready to go to war with the guys, man.
I love that. I wish you guys could see the smile he's got in his face talking about Doak. We're excited to see it as well. LT, appreciate your time. And Tom, back to you.
No problem. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Jack. And it's been fun to watch LT's career. And we're joined now by Director of Athletics Michael Alford. And as fun as Ireland was, game day notwithstanding. To LT's point, it's great to be back at Doak, which is where we are for tonight's game. So.
Without a doubt, it's great to have another sold out. Of course, our fans come out and support this team better than anyone. And, I mean, Matt, the group in Ireland, we took that whole city over like I knew we would, and the atmosphere within that stadium was something that they're still talking about, to me, the organizers of that game. And I expect the same for Doak tonight. It's tough to win a game at Doak's, always the best.
Well, let's make sure we take care of business. Now, Doak's going to look a little bit different than when last we saw her back in the spring or even last fall for those that haven't been back in Tallahassee. Update us on what we can expect when we get inside.
Yeah, it's, pardon our dust, going through a transformation to Doak, but we got chairbacks all on the west side, about 7,800 chairback seats. You're going to see the construction. You're going to see the concrete. What you're going to notice on the west side, too, is you can start when you're walking through there to see the difference in the concourses and the concessions and where they're going to be in the restrooms, and you're going to be able to really just look into the future of what this modern stadium's going to be. And even on the east side, we put seat caps, identified 18-inch seat caps for every seat on the east side except for the visitor side. They still got those hard bleachers. But put those seat caps down for everyone, and we're really just trying to make and doing our best job of making sure the game experience is just taking it to another level, and especially when we open up in 2025 with Alabama here, it's when the total renovation is complete, you're really going to see something that's taking us into the future.
I was just going to mention that game, and I don't have the date offhand, but it's first week of September next year. How are we tracking from a schedule and timeline and all that right now?
It's going to be ready. They're ahead of schedule right now. Don't tell them I said that. But the reports are ahead of schedule, and you're starting to even see on the football-only facility, you're starting to still see steel beams come up. And once you start seeing that, it's going to move very quick. And both of those projects are going to be completed at the same time. So when you get here next August, it's going to be a totally different look around the more complex.
Update on other sports. Soccer continues to do soccer things, which is win. Volleyball's off to a good start. And also Hall of Fame ceremonies I guess we're a week out. 2 weeks, yeah. I jumped the gun on that one. So just some comments on volleyball and soccer.
Well, volleyball got off to a great start. They beat Georgia and won their tournament. The atmosphere Sunday afternoon at Toafili Gym was the most electric I've seen it at a volleyball game. And, I mean, packed, standing room only, people having to turn people away that were wanting to get in. And if you haven't been out to see this team play, they are so athletic and so fun to watch. Chris Poole does an amazing job. Of course, they're the defending ACC champions. So really proud of what they're doing. And then soccer's doing soccer things. You're looking at right now we have 6 players playing overseas in the U20 World Cup. So we're playing right now with a very limited roster, but still going out and performing at a high level. And it's really, I was talking to Coach Penske, it's really a blessing because these young freshmen, the number 1 recruiting class in America, are getting minutes and having to play and having to perform in clutch situations that maybe they wouldn't have that opportunity because of the veterans that are gone. So it's really exciting to see them grow, and they're going to be another hard team, and being led by Taylor Huff, who I can't say enough great things about, and her leadership on that team right now, and just to see her, and she scored a goal the other day, and she's just amazing. And we get our full team back, a full roster, I really see them taking off, competing for another national championship.
Bringing it back to football, a final question for you. I didn't read deeply, but I feel like I saw the viewership number for the Georgia Tech game was 5 million-ish. We got another spotlight game tonight that's going to do another big number. So that brand is still being absorbed and watched by people nationwide.
Yeah, and it's so important. The Seminole fans are across the country, and I love going back and looking at markets. And, yeah, we drew a 5 million number, and they were there to watch the Seminoles. And love seeing where we perform in Chicago, L.A., and we're a national brand, and looking at numbers of where we're drawing from those metropolitan areas. And then this game tonight, and that was part of the negotiation of us going to play in Ireland, was to make sure we got this game on primetime ABC, ESPN 7:30 kickoff, the only game on. So we're going to have another big number because the country loves the brand, and now it's up for us to go and perform.
Sounds good. I'll let you make the rounds. Good to see you as always.
Well, always great. I want to thank all the fans for coming out. It's a hot one. Make sure you hydrate, visit the concession stands, and go Noles.
Go Noles. That is our Director of Athletics, Vice President of Intercollegiate Athletics, Michael Alford. Take a break, come back. We'll talk offense with William Barnum Floyd. We'll get his thoughts on those big uglies up front, what we're going to see from them tonight. That's when our Truist Tailgate Show continues from Langford Green right after this.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
The chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Introducing the official vodka of Florida State Athletics, SV Vodka. Crafted for a smooth taste, SV Vodka is 100% vegan, perfect for those who value purity in every sip. Experience the unique blend of tradition and innovation with SV Vodka. Meticulously crafted to meet the highest standards of quality and taste makes SV Vodka perfect for both casual drinkers and cocktail connoisseurs. SV Vodka, the official vodka of Florida State Athletics.
Ready, set, go. It's the Labor Day sales event going on now at your local Ford dealer. Come check out the best deals of the summer on Ford trucks and SUVs. Get ready for low financing and big cash back on a huge selection of built Ford tough trucks and adventure-ready Ford SUVs. You've been waiting for our best deals, and your wait is over. Ready, set, go. Hurry into the Labor Day sales event at your local Ford dealer now through September 3rd.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That is why the professionals at Baranow Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those that matter to you most, Baranow will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at BaranowAC.com.
This is the Truist Tailgate Show on the Seminole Sports Network from Legends.
Hey, Seminole fans, can't make it to the game? No worries. Head to the ultimate FSU watch party at American Social Bar and Kitchen. Get ready for an epic vibe, mouth-watering food, and unbeatable drink specials. Every game is on the big screens all season long. Whether you're in Boca Raton, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Tampa, or Orlando, it's the best place to cheer on the Noles outside of Doak Campbell Stadium. American Social, the only spot for official FSU watch parties. See you there. Check us out at AmericanSocialBar.com.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
For 75 years, the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, through programs and initiatives like the College Football Hall of Fame, Campbell Trophy, and National Scholar Athlete Awards, has strengthened communities, promoted education, preserved opportunities, and protected the game. To learn more and become a member, visit footballfoundation.org. That's footballfoundation.org.
A 43-yard field goal with a ticket to the championship on the line. Here's the snap. The kick is...
At this moment, who you voted for doesn't matter. What kind of car you drive, how much money you make, what kind of music you listen to, or how many followers you have doesn't matter. At this moment, the only thing that does is football. Visit footballmatters.com.
This is the Truist Tailgate Show. Last segment from down here on Langford Green. A lot of Nole fans, they are fired up. Jeff Colhane will have the call of the action coming up with William Barnum Floyd momentarily. And, William, we're going to get you back into the fray here. We haven't had a chance really to talk offense too much. And each and every week we get a question from a fan. It is the fan question of the day brought to you by the National Mango Board in a sweet partnership with Florida State Athletics. Hit up mango.org and find some tasty recipes for your game day party. Get some tasty samples right in front of our stage right here as well. The question this week, bar none, comes from Debbie from St. Pete. You know, we heard that interview from Lawrence Toafili from St. Pete. You're from St. Pete. Now Debbie weighs in. She wants to know, what should we expect from the offensive line tonight? Is it going to be better than what we saw against Georgia Tech?
First, I got to show love for one of the best booster clubs in the nation, St. Petersburg, Florida. Pinellas County Boosters, much love to you. So, Debbie, what these guys have to do tonight is do what everybody's expecting them to do. They have over 300 starts together. These young men are all seniors. You have the most experience you've had on the offensive line since Coach Norvell has been here. I think what they have to do tonight is just go out and impose their will on the defensive line of Boston College. They have all this fanfare. Everybody's talking about how great they are. Now tonight, I think they want to go out and prove it. Last week wasn't a great week. I think they want to get back on track this week.
All right, good answer, and I hope they do get back on track. Taste the joy all season long. The National Mango Board, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. I want to go back to something I mentioned earlier, and you agreed with, William, and that is the running backs. And I have no doubt this is a talented group. I was a little surprised that maybe Trey, I hate to say I took Trey Benson for granted, but he was so strong when he got going that, you know, he would just shake guys off. I was a little surprised that there weren't a few more tackles broken last week. What did it look like from your vantage point? Because when I'm on the sideline, I'm not necessarily seeing what the hole is and how a guy actually got tripped up.
You know, looking at it from up there, you have a great vantage point. Like you said, you're looking down and you can see the holes open up or them not open up. Last week, there wasn't a whole lot of holes opened up, and when they were, the running backs didn't do a great job of getting through and picking up extra yards after the first contact. So I think that's what we're going to have to do this week. Make sure that when we run the football, that we get more yardage after the first tackle, after the first defender gets to us. We didn't break a whole lot of tackles this week. And the reality of football is you're not going to block them all the time, so you got to be able to break some of those tackles yourself.
Defensively, going back to a theme we talked about early on, obviously Florida State needs to play better. And playing tentative is not a way to make a living playing football. It's a way to not play good football. So how easy is that to correct, just the do your job, mind your business, trust the guy next to you, that kind of mentality?
I mean, that's very easy. You've been doing it the all spring. You started last spring all the way through the summer. You know what the guy next to you is trying to get done and trying to get accomplished. But really, I think it can play a little bit on the defensive coordinator, too. So what he has to do is make sure he puts them in position. Start blitzing a little bit more. Start taking the aggressiveness to the offense when we're playing against them. You start getting guys blitzing. All it's going to do is get guys fired up to make it happen.
Bar none, call a great one today with Jeff. Look forward to hearing you, and I'll talk to you from the sideline.
I cannot wait.
Great.
Go Noles.
All right, go Noles. Great crowd out here for the Truist Tailgate Show. We are out of time. We'll move this programming upstairs. Jeff will take over when we continue. Florida State and BC. It's the home opener for the Noles, and it continues momentarily.
The Truist Tailgate Show has been brought to you by Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC. By Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics. By Coca-Cola, tackle game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. By Tico People's Gas, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back. Learn more at peoplesgas.com. And by the Florida Department of Transportation, drive sober or get pulled over. This is the Seminole Sports Network from Legends.
Tailgate like a Nole this season with the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics, Oyster City Brewing Company. Try a variety of their beers, including the Mill Pond Blonde Ale, Appalach IPA, and the new and exclusive, officially licensed FSU beer, Legacy Lager. Try the entire Oyster City collection at their local tap room on Gaines Street, just minutes from Doak Campbell Stadium, or at retailers across the state. Drink responsibly.
No matter how busy life gets, your home is the place where your family and friends show you they care and celebrate with you. That is why the professionals at Baranow Heating and Air Conditioning always make sure that your home is comfortable. Just like those that matter to you most, Baranow will always be there for you. Schedule an appointment today at BaranowAC.com.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
The kickoff to savings event is here at AgPro. Through September 30th, we're offering 0 down and 0% for 84 months on John Deere compact tractors. Get a 1025R tractor with loader for just $279.99 per month, or a 3025E tractor with loader for only $349.99 per month. Visit your local AgPro store today. Offer ends September 30th. Limited time offer. Some exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
It's more than football. It's Florida State football. Pre-game coverage on the Seminole Sports Network continues with the ViStar Countdown to Kickoff. This pre-game exclusive is brought to you by ViStar. Do good. Bank better. By the Florida Department of Transportation. Drive sober or get pulled over. By Oyster City Brewing Company, the official craft beer of Florida State Athletics. By Tico People's Gas, delivering natural gas that helps you save energy and earn cash back. Learn more at peoplesgas.com. And by Coca-Cola. Tackle game day with a great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. From the stadium, here is Jeff Culhane.
Great to be in the booth, live high above Bobby Bowden Field inside of Doak Campbell Stadium. It is the 2024 home lid lifter for Mike Norvell and his Florida State football team, looking to bounce back and respond after a tough one across the pond at Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland. Back for another ACC tilt in the season opener for Bill O'Brien and the Boston College Eagles. It is the first time Florida State has started with 2 ACC foes back-to-back to start a season in a non-COVID year since 2003. So a little bit of unique scheduling this season with playing Georgia Tech across the pond, Boston College here on a Monday night. You go back to the 90s, in 92, 94, and 96. The Noles started with 4 ACC games in a row in their early years in the Atlantic Coast Conference. It is our ViStar Countdown to Kickoff at ViStar Credit Union. You inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. To learn more, visit ViStarCU.org. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Go Seminoles. Well, to give us the skinny on the opponent and some of the changes going on with the Boston College football program, new head man, new assistant coaches, let's bring on to our ViStar Countdown to Kickoff. He is the longtime voice of the Boston College Eagles. Let's bring on John Meter-Perrell. Hi, we're inching closer in our ViStar Countdown to Kickoff. Florida State, Boston College, the Noles looking to bounce back. BC, a new era. The Bill O'Brien era begins tonight here in Tallahassee. And nobody better than to break it all down with us than John Meter-Perrell, play-by-play man, voice of the Boston College Eagles. Always great to talk to him. Good to see you, my friend. Welcome back to Doak Campbell Stadium here in Tallahassee. How would you describe for people the start, obviously, without any games, to this Bill O'Brien era? How has the vibe changed, if you will?
Well, it's changed a lot, Jeff. Thanks for having me on. I think the energy, the optimism, this vibrant nature around the program that we haven't seen in a long time. I think a lot of that, too, is the fact that BC football now is maybe getting a little bit of the stage from the Patriots, who aren't going to have a good year. And they didn't have a good year last year. So I think people sense an opportunity for the program to, thrive in that environment. And, Bill O'Brien knows if they win, people will come, people will respond. He's been around this area a long time. And he knows the formula. It's just a matter of executing, but he's got the team in a good place from a headspace perspective. I think they're stronger mentally than they've ever been. I think, as you guys saw, the lack of discipline last year was glaring with 18 penalties and the 2-point loss to the Seminoles. So that has to change this year. And I think it got better at the end of last year, but I think they're headed in the right direction. So, there's a lot of good vibes around the BC program.
Through the timeline, late January, early February, when Jeff Hafley just says, I'm out. It's right before signing day. And Bill O'Brien, who was with the Patriots then at Ohio State for 3 weeks, comes back home, if you will, to Boston College. What was that kind of 10 to 12-day window like?
It's crazy. I mean, as a broadcaster, we all text each other, and everybody's, texting me, who's going to be the next coach? Like I'm locked in with the athletic director. I could guess, I could speculate, and one of the guesses was Bill O'Brien, but we didn't know how viable that was. BC had to spend much more than they've ever spent before. He's the highest paid coach in school history. The resources had to be there, and they had to decide that this is it. We're going to take our shot. And Blake James, the AD, said, I'm going for it. He's my guy. He's the guy I wanted. Bill O'Brien told a great story with me on our podcast about sitting at dinner with his wife, and he saw that Jeff Toafili had left on the bottom line on ESPN, looked up, and he said, hey, that's interesting. And they looked at each other like, very interesting. So his phone started blowing up right away, and people started reaching out pretty much immediately. He had no idea that Toafili was going to leave, but it was a good timing situation. His wife wasn't thrilled about moving to Columbus, Ohio. That was their 19th move. The nomadic existence of a coach, and she was done with that. And the opportunity to come back home was extremely appealing.
Man, you said it. 19th move. Good Lord. I think I've done it 4 times. It's the worst ever. So, yeah. So how about that? Things work out for a reason. As John Meterperel with us. Hey, on the field, this is a Boston College team that, as you talked about it, all Noles fans remember, gave Florida State a real scare a year ago, and it was really it felt like the coming out party for Thomas Castellanos with what he did, accounting for 400 total yards, and he was tremendous and continued. I think that grew from there with what he's capable of overall. Now in this new system, what's that back and forth been like in learning, but also adapting to his skill set, you think?
Yeah, I think he is the number one story of the offseason, clearly, because of his maturity. Where he's come from when you saw him last September to now, it's 100,000 miles. Not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint. He's always the first one in the building, 6:30. He's watching game tape. He's always sitting down with O'Brien, sitting down with Will Lawling, the offensive coordinator, and saying, what do I need to do better? So he's willing to learn. He's willing to, he's gotten so much better there. He didn't really know what he was into last year because he was just kind of like a new puppy. Central Florida recruit, didn't play much there. They knew they had an athlete, but did they have a quarterback? So now he's more of a quarterback. And, they hope his passing's better. I think it is. O'Brien's talked about that. Clearly it is. I've seen him a lot during the preseason. He needs to be more accurate. I think he will be more accurate. Got to get above 60+%. Cut down on the interceptions. So that from that standpoint, I think you're going to see a much different quarterback. I'm not sure he's going to run for 1,100 yards again, but he has that capability. So it gives BC such an ultra weapon.
So many teams, obviously, really everybody outside of a handful, bring in new faces, right, via the transfer portal. What would you tell people, Meade, about what has been added and who can make an immediate impact in this team in their first year at BC?
Well, Seminole fans know Trayshawn Ward very well, and he's going to be the 1-2 punch in the backfield with Kai Robichaux, also a returner as well. And his explosiveness, a 4.40 guy, over 1,800 yards in his career, 20 touchdowns between the Noles and, Kansas State. So I think that is an element that they needed in their backfield. Jerran Bradley, a receiver out of Texas Tech, who's 6'5". He's got all the moving parts, big target, red zone target. Jaden McGowan, another return threat, one of the best returners in the SEC the last 2 years. He's also a good slot receiver. Defensively, a couple guys from Ohio State, Ryan Turner and Cam Martinez in the secondary will bolster the cause. They're bringing Brad Crease Brown from Georgia State, who had multiple interceptions during his career with them, Boston native. They tried to, they addressed it, and this is a lot of Jeff Toafili before he left, did a good job here. He was the guy basically mining in the portal. So they had to address certain specific needs, and they did. They targeted, and they got it. It's not the 17 that you guys have. They had the 10, but the 10 I think they brought in will make contributions. So that's beneficial.
John Meter-Perel with us, BC play-by-play man, ACC Network, ESPN as well, Florida State, Boston College. This defense, I know, is looking to provide more disruption up front. That obviously has to get better. That goes without saying from a year ago. Take me through Tim Lewis's defense. And, a guy like Donovan Ezeraku 2 years ago was great. I know they're looking to get him back to that form from 2022.
Yeah, they need to. There's no mistake about that. That was a weakness. You guys saw the run defense last year was a weakness. They got to get those two areas better. And if they do, I think they're going to have a really good year. It's just a matter of, again, turning the key on more maturity. They have a kid named Bam Crouch at linebacker who they're very high on, kid from Tampa, Wharton High School, who they think could be a possible pro. Cam Arnold's a fifth year. He's always been a linchpin. Great story. Bryce Steele coming back from cancer. Still working his way back into the rotation, but he was a real good contributor 2 years ago. If he can get back to even half of what he was, that would help. So they have a lot of guys that are good, Jeff, up front. George Rooks, Cam Horsley. Horsley could be a pro defensive tackle, kind of your typical rugged defensive tackle, plugs up the holes. I think on the other side, you're going to see two guys tonight, Neto Akpala and another guy in Edwin Kalange, who's out of Canada, that really flashed in the preseason. If they can be disruptive, if they can generate a consistent pass rush, they don't have to get up to, between Ezeraku and Akpala and Kalange, if you can have 15, 20 sacks between those three guys, that would help the cause.
And you look at your guys' schedule and no rest for the weary, right? I mean, you play again in 5 days against Duquesne at home. Then you have to go to Missouri. They're not bad. Red bandana game against Michigan State. That'll be a great matchup. Then you look at the rest of ACC play at the Virginia schools, home games at Louisville, Syracuse, Carolina, and Pitt at SMU in November. How do you diagnose this schedule and what the capabilities could be with this group? What do you think?
Out of the first three, you got the pillow game next week, hopefully with Duquesne, and then you play Missouri on the road, a place BC has never played. That's a home and home when they played them in 2021 and beat them on a last-second interception. It's rigorous at the beginning, but the good news for BC is you don't play Clemson, you don't play Notre Dame, you don't play Miami, you don't play NC State, you don't play Wake Forest, a team that always gives them trouble. So that's pretty juicy. If you're a BC fan, you're looking at that and you're saying, all right, there are some holes on the schedule that we can benefit from. So, you and I, guys like us, always play the schedule game, but it always comes back to talk to me after the game. Talk to me after September. Talk to me after the first three. That's why this game has been so built up, and here we are on, a couple hours before kickoff. You, like me, are probably just saying, let's just play this game. I'm done with talking about it. Let's just go play and see what we have.
No question. Always good, my friend. Appreciate you, and have some fun tonight. We'll look forward to a great football game.
Jeff, a pleasure. Have a great call all year and appreciate it.
It's John Meter-Perel. He's the voice of the Eagles. Good breakdown of the opponent right there. Hey, game day sponsor of tonight's Florida State-Boston College matchup, TOC, Tallahassee Orthopedic Clinic. For almost 50 years, TOC has provided the highest quality orthopedic care to North Florida and South Georgia. The talented and experienced team at TOC gives patients comprehensive care at one of the nation's premier sports medicine and orthopedic clinics. TOC, the team behind the team. Coming up, we're going to hear from the head man, Mike Norvell. Our conversation with the head coach is brought to you by ReliQuest. That's on the way. Monday Night Football here in Tallahassee, Florida State and Boston College. We're back after these messages. At ViStar Credit Union, you inspire us to go the extra mile to meet your financial needs. That's why we offer Florida State fans more banking options like better rates and no hidden fees. Our team is also dedicated to making the communities we serve stronger, volunteering our time and talents while donating millions to local nonprofits. ViStar Credit Union, proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Visit ViStarCU.org. Go Noles!
The kickoff to savings event is here at AgPro. Through September 30th, we're offering 0 down and 0% for 84 months on John Deere compact tractors. Get a 1025R tractor with loader for just $279.99 per month, or a 3025E tractor with loader for only $349.99 per month. Visit your local Agro store today. Offer ends September 30th. Limited time offer. Some exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship trained and board certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
This is Robert Scott, partner at Scott & Wallace, the official injury law firm of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join us at Doak Campbell Stadium all season long with the best fans in college football. Let's get it, Noles. Scott & Wallace, real trial attorneys, real results. Offices, Tallahassee.
Seminole Sports Network exclusive. Coach Mike Norvell with Jeff Culhane is coming up.
And we are back. It is our VyStar countdown to kickoff ahead of the 2024 home lid lifter, Bobby Bowden Field inside of Doak Campbell Stadium. And always great to catch up with the head man of the Florida State Seminoles, Mike Norvell. Our conversation brought to you by ReliQuest. Coach, always great talking to you. And I'm sure it feels amazing to be back home, our home stadium, back in that routine, that flow, and in front of our fans tonight. In our home opener. What does this opportunity mean to you as a head coach and to your football team getting ready to go out and defend home field here in a conference game tonight?
No, we're definitely excited to get back on the field. And, obviously, you're leaving Ireland with a real sour taste in our mouth. You just want to get back and had a good week of preparation. I thought the guys, really, cranked up the intensity, continuing to push to try to make, correct some of the mistakes that showed up. And, obviously we got an opener for Boston College. So still a lot of unexpected of what we might see. But really it's about us. It's about us and going out there in the moment, being able to play with discipline, play with details, and, play with a relentless spirit that we've been known to play for or play with. And that's something that, our guys have been excited, throughout this week of prep. And, I'm definitely looking forward to them. You going out here in front of a sold out crowd here at Doak Campbell.
Your team has always responded, Coach, no matter if it's in-game or if it's bouncing back from an outcome that you wanted to improve upon overall. What is it about the culture you've instilled here, the message you send, and how within the locker room, the players spread that culture to have that kind of response-type mentality within this football program?
Oh, man, I think it's critical, and it is a responsibility that we have and how we respond. That's something that, everybody can have a good attitude when it's going well. But, what is your actions? What are you going to do whenever you get knocked down, whenever something happens that maybe was unexpected? And, that's what we have right now. And, but it's going to showcase the character. It's going to showcase the identity and be able to put that on display. And, our guys know, we work hard, and, that hard work doesn't always guarantee success, but it does, obviously put us in a position, and it helps build the confidence of what we can do and how we can overcome, a disappointing outcome. And that's what I'm looking forward to see that response here this evening.
Well, you mentioned earlier this week wanting to see your guys continue to play with that edge, have that edge, and eliminate maybe some of the tentativeness that you saw in certain areas from last weekend in Dublin. As a coaching staff, what's that challenge / responsibility like in just letting your guys go out there and allowing them to just let it rip and play at the speed and the fast level that you want them to each and every play?
Well, that's part of you go into the season, and obviously you prepare, you plan. The the way that you practice, and when we push our guys hard in practice, you want to try to help them, in that moment of truth when the game kicks off, that they're not caught up thinking about the circumstances. They're just thinking about going out there and executing and putting all that they have into each and every play. And there were some moments there last week where I thought that we were a little hesitant, that we didn't maybe trust our eyes. We're trying to guess or anticipate what we think might show up rather than just playing and reacting to what gets put in front of us. And that's one of those things that you got to continue to build upon. And our guys, we all take ownership, players, coaches, everybody involved, and we could all have done a better job there a week ago. But that's it's about owning the mistakes that were made and then going to get them corrected. And that's where through that work you do build confidence, and you just got to be able to go put that on display.
Coach DJ Uyunglele really made some big throws late in that game, specifically on that fourth quarter drive, and really showed the skill set that he has that we've seen from him during his collegiate career overall. What stood out to you about his performance, and what are his next steps forward in your eyes of advancing in your offense here tonight?
That was one of the things coming out of the game, especially going back and rewatching. And I thought that that last drive, really made a statement for him, for receivers, for everybody, needing to have a touchdown, having to be ready in that moment, and being able to answer the call. It was unfortunate that that was the last drive, but I thought those guys did a great job of answering the call there in the moment. But obviously excited about DJ's growth and the things that he's going to be able to do here this week, and we're just going to continue to push and lead this offense.
More to come with Florida State head man Mike Norvell here after this. It's presented by ReliaQuest. Our ViStar countdown to kickoff continues after these messages. Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is home to the region's only comprehensive stroke center, one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
This is Robert Scott, partner at Scott & Wallace, the official injury law firm of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join us at Doak Campbell Stadium all season long with the best fans in college football. Let's get it, Noles. Scott & Wallace, real trial attorneys, real results. Offices, Tallahassee.
Carver's is the place for all your high-volume commercial business needs. From tablecloths to corporate clothing, we specialize in bulk orders of 300 pieces or more. This is why the Noles have partnered with Carver's Discount Cleaners. Our team of trained professionals will get the job done right. Contact us at midtowndrycleaning@gmail.com or stop in for a visit at our Midtown location, 1215 North Monroe Street. Carver's Cleaners, mean on stains, green on earth.
The Noles and a John Deere from AgPro have much in common: toughness, power, speed. So run with us. Right now, a 1025R tractor with loader is $279 per month, or a 3025E tractor and loader is only $349 per month. And they're backed with service and parts departments that always come through. AgPro is your home team. Visit agproco.com. Offer ends 8/31/2024. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
This is the ViStar Countdown to Kickoff on the Seminole Sports Network from Legends.
Hey, Noles fans, join us each and every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. live from Bowdens in Collegetown for Inside Seminole Football with the head coach Mike Norvell. Enjoy food and drinks at the FSU-themed bar and grill. Hear from the head coach, players, assistants, staff members, and more. Watch it on ABC 27, stream it on all Florida State platforms, and listen on the Seminole Sports Network from Legends. Join us each and every Monday night, 7 to 8 p.m. live from Bowdens in Collegetown for Inside Seminole Football with Mike Norvell.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship-trained and board-certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
For 75 years, the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, through programs and initiatives like the College Football Hall of Fame, Campbell Trophy, and National Scholar Athlete Awards, has strengthened communities, promoted education, preserved opportunities, and protected the game. To learn more and become a member, visit footballfoundation.org. That's footballfoundation.org.
A 43-yard field goal with a ticket to the championship on the line. Here's the snap. The kick is...
At this moment, who you voted for doesn't matter. What kind of car you drive, how much money you make, what kind of music you listen to, or how many followers you have doesn't matter. At this moment, the only thing that does is football. Visit footballmatters.com.
More pregame conversation with Coach Mike Norvell coming up.
And we back one final time. We're talking with Florida State head man Mike Norvell. It's presented by ReliaQuest here in our ViStar Countdown to Kickoff. Boston College is the opponent here this evening. Coach, two guys honored by the league office for their performance last week. Ryan Fitzgerald, Shaheem Brown. Those guys obviously went out and flew around, and Fitzy made some big-time kicks. And those are two veteran guys on your team. How have they set examples for the rest of your squad with their play and what they've done throughout their entire careers?
Yeah, I mean, those guys have been great players, and obviously are continuing to work to help lead this team. And when you look at Fitz, I mean, just the way that he was able to execute in that moment, 2 50-yard field goals, obviously big kicks, big on a great stage. Just so proud of him and just what he's been able to do. I think Shaheem, there was obviously made a lot of tackles, and there's still some areas in his game there from a week ago that I know where he can continue to get better and continue to play at a higher level, and that's going to be for all of us is you have opportunities to grow off of what we've done, and that's he's one of those that I think. We talk about ownership of improvement, and he's been one of those guys that's really you help push that throughout the course of this week.
Yep. You go back and watching that film and get ready for week 2. I know one of the guys that stood out that you want to get some more reps out there is Sione Lolohea at the defensive end spot, and the edges and the connectivity of your defense will be important tonight against Thomas Castellanos in this Boston College rushing attack. But Sione's story is very interesting. From the Tonga, obviously played high school football in Southern California, Oregon State, now at Florida State. His parents have never seen him play a college football game. Just talk about that young man, his journey, and how excited you are to have him be a part of your program and his role here this evening.
No, I think Sione's definitely flashed there the other day, last week, and he's somebody that's earned even more opportunities. He brings a physicality, a great, relentless pursuit of the ball. I'm excited about his role continuing to increase. It's really definitely going to be a continued impact on this defense, and I think when you see him, some guys there at linebacker, expecting Blake Nicholson, Cam Riley continuing to elevate themselves. They're coupled with DJ and the guys inside. Everybody's pushing for more, and you want to see those positive steps and the positive reactions. And I think that those are a few guys that are working to take advantage of that opportunity.
Boston College here tonight. New head coach Bill O'Brien. Some new coaches he brought in, retained, I believe, 4 coaches from the previous staff, and a promotion from within with this 2024 Boston College team. Give our fans a little bit of an insight. Our conversation with head football coach Mike Norvell as we talk with him prior to each and every contest. It is brought to you by ReliaQuest, and here in the ViStar Countdown to Kickoff. And ReliaQuest, a global leader in cybersecurity and a proud partner of Florida State University Athletics. ReliaQuest technology helps security teams for the most trusted enterprise brands in the world increase visibility, reduce complexity, and manage cyber risk. Powered by decades of experience and streamlined by AI and automation, ReliaQuest exists to make security possible. Learn more at ReliaQuest.com. SeminolesSports.com. So big thanks to the head coach, Mike Norvell, stopping by the show and being a part of our program as always. Getting his thoughts on his team in the matchup with Boston College here tonight. Seminole football brought to you in part by Florida Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud partner of Florida State Athletics. Before we continue on, let us pause. Let us pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Seminole football from Legends. Jeff Colhay back with you high atop Bobby Bowden Field here inside of Doak Campbell Stadium. Florida State and Boston College Monday Night Football here in Tallahassee as the Noles look to bounce back and respond and pick up win number 1 here in 2024 in this home lid lifter. Coming up on our ViStar Countdown to Kickoff, Ari and Masudi will join us, recap the weekend, and we will also hear from the Senior Associate AD for Facilities and Capital Projects, Ben Zierden, as Doak Campbell Stadium currently under renovation right now. We'll talk about all the things you need to know as you come to the stadium tonight and throughout this entire fall of 2024. That and more coming up after these messages.
Dining room, picnic, tailgate, or conference room. Whichever table you gather around, we'll be sure there's plenty to go around. Bring them together with barbecue. Grab Sonny's to go, or let us cater your next shindig with all your slow smoke favorites and sides. Available for pickup, delivery, or set up and serve. Order now at Sonny'sBBQ.com. Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since '68.
Okay, so they say love is patient, love is kind, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, love is meeting the internet of your dreams. So it may sound crazy, but with MetroNet's ridiculously fast fiber network, you'll learn to love your internet. They deliver the best possible experience, period. You can binge watch till your heart's content, game, and work from home all at the same time without buffering or lag. Shouldn't you love your internet? Sign up online at metronet.com.
Hey, Noles fans, join us each and every Monday night from 7 to 8 p.m. live from Bowdens in Collegetown for Inside Seminole Football with the head coach, Mike Norvell. Enjoy food and drinks at the FSU-themed bar and grill. Hear from the head coach, players, assistants, staff members, and more. Watch it on ABC 27, stream it on all Florida State platforms, and listen on the Seminole Sports Network from Legends. Join us each and every Monday night, 7 to 8 p.m. live from Bowdens in Collegetown for Inside Seminole Football with Mike Norvell.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
This is the ViStar Countdown to Kickoff on the Seminole Sports Network from Legends.
The Kickoff to Savings event is here at AgPro. Through September 30th, we're offering 0 down and 0% for 84 months on John Deere compact tractors. Get a 1025R tractor with loader for just $279.99 per month, or a 3025E tractor with loader for only $349.99 per month. Visit your local AgPro store today. Offer ends September 30th. Limited time offer. Some exclusions apply. See dealer for details.
Seminole fans know that when their health is on the line, Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is here with the most advanced medical care in the region. Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare is home to the region's only comprehensive stroke center, one of the top heart and vascular programs in the Southeast, the area's most powerful cancer center, and Tallahassee's only level 3 neonatal ICU. For 75 years, our expert team has offered the latest technology and treatment options to get you and your family back in the game. We are Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare, your hospital for life.
This is Robert Scott, partner at Scott & Wallace, the official injury law firm of the Florida State Seminoles. Located in the heart of Tallahassee, founded with a commitment to community and a will to win. Join us at Doak Campbell Stadium all season long with the best fans in college football. Let's get it, Noles. Scott & Wallace, real trial attorneys, real results. Offices, Tallahassee.
At TOC, our physicians are fellowship-trained and board-certified specialists with the most advanced training in the region. Our mission is to provide the highest level of care for sports medicine, joint replacement, pain management, foot and ankle, hand and wrist, spine, trauma, pediatrics, and non-surgical medicine. Every specialty, every treatment option. TOC, only experts. Learn more at teamtoc.com.
More pregame conversation is coming up on the ViStar Countdown to Kickoff. It's time for another great moment in Florida State football history with the voice of the Seminoles, Gene Deckerhoff.
Mike Norvell's Florida State football team is looking for a big bounce back tonight at Doak Campbell Stadium in the 2024 home lid lifter. Back in 1988, Bobby Bowden's Florida State